Hold on. Welcome in, everybody. Sam Reeves here with you for another edition of Duelers Baseball. The Duelers and the Chiefs here this evening. Your Franklin Duelers, winners of 2 straight, come in with a record of 8-3 on the season. The Paducah Chiefs, 3-9 on the year. Losers of 2 straight for Paducah. Going through the starting lineups, first for the visiting Chiefs, managed by Delta Cleary. They will start like this. Leading off the shortstop, Colby Morris. Hitting second, the center fielder, Kyler Carmack. Hitting third, the right fielder, John Oberson. Hitting fourth, the catcher, J.D. Bogart. In the 5-hole will be the DH, Austin Kreider. Hitting sixth will be Garrett Smith in left field. Tucker Love, the third baseman, hits seventh. Creighton Morse, the first baseman, hits eighth. And rounding out the starting lineup for Paducah is Garner Bingham at second base. On the mound for the Chiefs will be Colin Murphy. Again for the Chiefs, Morse, Carmack, Oberson, Bogart, Kreider, Smith, Love, Morse, and Bingham. For the homestanding Franklin Duelers, again 8-3, winners of 2 straight, managed by Kyle Schexnader. They will start like this, with Joe Martinez on the mound. Starting in the leadoff spot, the second baseman, Matt Jenkinson. Hitting second, the shortstop, Jackson Musrock. Batting third, the center fielder, Sam Slaughter. Hitting fourth will be the third baseman tonight, Jay Curtis. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Mark Castle. Hitting sixth in left field tonight, Quincy Smith. Hitting seventh is Jonathan Evans in right field. Batting eighth is the DH tonight, Jackson Norris. And rounding out the starting lineup for your Duelers is the catcher, Evan Kirk. Again for the Duelers, Jenkinson, Musrock, Slaughter, Curtis, Castle, Smith, Evans, Norris, and Kirk, with Joel Martinez on the mound. We're about 10 minutes away from the first pitch of this ball game between the Duelers and the Chiefs. We'll be back in just a few minutes with a little bit more pregame at the start of the ball game. Here, scheduled for 7:05. Stay with us. You're listening to Duelers Baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network. Welcome back into South Warren High School. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you all for joining us for this ball game between the Chiefs and the Duelers. Also, a special welcome to the Chiefs fans that are with us tonight. I know Brendan Evers couldn't make it out today, had a family issue come up, so definitely thinking of Brendan tonight. He does a tremendous job for you guys in Paducah. Hopefully I can fill in well enough for on the Duelers stream. I appreciate you guys tuning in to us tonight. Umpires, I didn't mention those before. The umpires tonight behind home plate will be C.J. Davis. Wayne Seeley will be the first base umpire, and Mason Whitlow will be the third base umpire. The starting pitchers today on the mound for the Duelers will be Joel Martinez, who will be transferring to D2 Cal State LA next year. On the season for Martinez, 2 starts, 2-0, 10 innings pitched, 4 hits. No runs, no earned, obviously. 1 walk and 13 strikeouts. Tremendous start in the 2 starts so far for Martinez. For the Chiefs, Colin Murphy will be starting for them. On the season for Murphy, 2 starts, 0-2, 9 innings pitched total, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 7 walks, 11 strikeouts, and a 6 ERA. Colin Murphy from Lincoln Memorial University in Louisville, Kentucky. As we're about 2 or so minutes away from the start of this ballgame. Again, quickly going through the lineup for the Duelers: Jenkinson, Musrock, Slaughter, Curtis, Castle, Smith, Evans, Norris, and Kirk. For the Chiefs, Morse, Carmack, Oberson, Bogart, Kreider, Smith, Love, Morse, and Bingham. With Colin Murphy on the mound for the Chiefs, Joel Martinez on the mound for the Duelers. As our PA guy Jay Sutherland is introducing the starting lineups up here in the press box behind home plate at South Warren High School. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. To my right is Jacob Hernandez and Clayton Taylor helping out with the scoreboard, so we appreciate their help tonight. Also, Jay Sutherland running Game Changer as well as PA, so thank you to him as well. National Anthem, we will take a break and be back with the start of the ball game after this. Back in, ready to go here. As Joel Martinez is on the mound for your Duelers, making his 3rd start on the year. Last time against the Chiefs on Sunday was a 14-4 victory for Paducah. That ended the Duelers' 4-game winning streak, and that was just the second win on the year at the time for the Chiefs. They went on to win the next night against Du Bois County. They're currently, though, have lost 2 straight and are sitting at 3-9. The Duelers, a victory on Wednesday night in their previous game against the Madisonville Miners. Final score on that one was 12-4. Duelers were off yesterday. Many of the Duelers went to the Bowling Green Hot Rods game to check out that stadium before we play there. The Duelers will play the Owensboro River Dogs at the home of the Hot Rods a week from Saturday on June 25th. First pitch of that one is at 7:30. You can go to our Twitter or Facebook page at Duelers Baseball on Twitter or at Franklin Duelers on Facebook to see the link there to purchase tickets. $10 a ticket for both games of the doubleheader. The second game of the doubleheader at the Hot Rod Stadium will be the Rhythm and the Hoppers. But come out and support your Duelers at a minor league stadium in a couple weeks. That should be fun. Just actually a week from Saturday. As this is interesting. An issue with a line or something is going on, and we got to fix the paint. As Duelers' first base coach and hitting coach Will Allen is out there painting. There we go. Looks good, Will. Very nice. As he will make his way back to the Duelers' third base dugout. The Duelers in their all blue look tonight. The royal blue pants with the royal blue jerseys. Royal blue numerals trimmed in red and gray. Paducah in their gray pants with the red uniforms. Navy numerals and lettering trimmed in white. First pitch from Joel Martinez is outside ball 1. Martinez gets the sign from his catcher tonight, Evan Kirk. The next pitch on the ground to third. Jay Curtis brings it in and fires over to Castle. 1 up, 1 down for Joel Martinez, top of the first. Kyler Carmack will dig in now. From Arkansas State University in Austin, Arkansas. Carmack, also a right-handed pitcher in addition to playing the outfield. Carmack starting in center here tonight. First out was a ground out to third by Colby Morris, and now Carmack digs in. Right-handed hitter. First pitch. Outside corner, called strike 1. Carmack on the season, on the mound, a 9 ERA, but we'll see what he's doing at the plate here as the next pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Carmack just hitting 133 on the year, 15 at-bats, 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts for Kyler Carmack. The 0-2 from Joel Martinez, here it comes. Breaking ball inside, almost hit him, but didn't quite get there, and it's just a ball, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Joel Martinez to Kyler Carmack. Here comes the 1-2 from Joel. Good take on a pitch that just missed outside, and it's even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Joel Martinez attended Fullerton Community College this past year, but he's going up to D2, Cal State LA next year. The pitch. That one missed a little low. If Evan Kirk caught that cleanly, that may have been called strike 3, but couldn't bring it in, and it's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martinez, born and raised in Norwalk, California, a suburb of the LA area. As he went from 0-2 to 3-2 to Kyler Carmack. The full count pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The foul tip is held on to by Evan Kirk for the strikeout. That's 2 up, 2 down. John Oberson, the right fielder, now into the box. First pitch, outside and low, ball 1. The next pitch, On the ground, past Martinez. A tough play across his body. Over to first in time. Matt Jenkinson to Castle to retire the side. That's 3 up and 3 down for Martinez in his first inning of work. Bottom of the first after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Stay with us. Back in, bottom of the first. Matt Jenkinson will lead off for your Duelers. 1, 2, and 3, of course, here in the bottom of the first. Jenkinson, Musrock, and Slaughter. No score. First pitch from Murphy is popped up in the air to right. The right fielder drifts back a few steps. That is Oberson, and he brings it down for out number 1. That camera's a little better. It was very crooked. I apologize for that. Musrock is now the hitter. 1-0 is high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Jackson Musrock from the University of Memphis. He will dig in for his first at-bat of the day. Next pitch. On the ground, off the glove of the pitcher and into center field. A 1-out single from Musrock. 1 on, 1 out now for the 3-hole hitter, Sam Slaughter. Musrock continues to hit the ball well. Came into this game at .325 on the season. That'll go up after the leadoff single. And now Sam Slaughter into the box. Will be attending Belmont next year after playing the community college level last year at Calhoun. Left-handed hitter is Sam on the season, hitting .361 with a .500 OBP and a .611 slugging percentage. First pitch is fouled off, strike 1. Sam started his collegiate career at Memphis, never played there, was just there for a semester, and then went to play this past spring at Calhoun, and then will be headed to Belmont next year in the fall. Musrock on first, 1 down. The pitch misses high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam. Murphy gets the sign, the righty. Here's the next pitch on the ground foul, first base side. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Murphy to Slaughter. Here it comes. In the air, Slaughter got under it just a bit into short center. In comes the center fielder to make the catch. That's Carmack, and there are 2 down. Jay Curtis will now dig in. One of the newer Duelers on this team. From New Orleans, Louisiana, and the University of Dayton. First at bat of the day for Jay, with Musrock still on first. And 2 down. Runner takes off, a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. It is in time to get him. Musrock is gunned down by the catcher Bogart. And that will end the first after 1 complete from South Warren. Still no score. You're listening to Duelers Baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network. While we have a minute, we would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. That includes Kundo Flooring and Installation for all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs. Kundo Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundo at 931-561-8607 for more information today. Also, El Mazatlan Mexican Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin. El Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin. You can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. Holly J's is available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their support of Duelers Baseball. El Potrero Cantina and Grill, located at 270 Trotters Lane in Franklin. El Potrero is also a proud supporter of the Duelers. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. If you need mortgage assistance in the Bowling Green area, contact Kelly Ann Sanders at 270-421-3157 today. Back in, ready to begin the second inning after a 1-2-3 first for Joel Martinez on the mound. He will be facing 4, 5, and 6, Bogart, Kreider, and Smith. As Bogart had a good game against the Duelers last time on Sunday. Was on the year, not hitting the ball very well. That was his best game on Sunday. Had a couple of hits. Actually had his only 2 hits on the entire season. Only hitting .087 is Bogart in 23 at-bats. The 1-0 is high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes from Martinez to Bogart. The 2-0 from Martinez. And there's strike 1 called, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike to J.D. Bogart, wearing number 4 in the red uniforms for the Chiefs today. Bogart is from Bradley University, an Atlanta, Georgia native. The pitch just missed outside, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Ahead in the count is Bogart. On the season, Martinez with only 1 walk in 10 innings pitched. The pitch is strike 2, so not quite a second just yet. It's now 3-2. Full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch just off the outside corner. And that's a full count walk. Walk number 2 on the year for Martinez. Leadoff man on base for the Chiefs. Up now is Austin Kreider, the DH. Right-handed hitter with Bogart on first, the pitch. And there's strike one. Kreider from Belmont University in Franklin, Tennessee. The pitch. A pop up to short. Must rock over a few steps on the edge of the outfield grass to bring it down. That's out number one. For the Chiefs here in the second. For Garrett Smith now due up. Smith on the year, 23 at-bats, an 0.43 batting average. Just one hit in the 23 at-bats. Not very good numbers, to say the least. Martinez will look to keep him quiet. First pitch was ball one, the next one on the way. That one is right to Jonathan Evans, and right barely has to move and brings it down for out number two. With two outs and the catcher J.D. Bogart still at first after the leadoff walk, Tucker Love will now dig in, the third baseman. On the year, Love, just 5 at-bats, no hits quite yet for the 8-hole hitter. Or the 7-hole hitter, excuse me. First pitch is ball one. Love from Murray State University in Yorktown, Virginia. The 1-0. In the air to right, a little tougher this time for Evans. Down the line, and it is foul. Martinez back in the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 to the third baseman Tucker Love with J.D. Bogart off first. And 2 down now, top of the second here from South Warren High School. The final game of an 8-game homestand for your Franklin Duelers. So far on the homestand, 6-1 for the Duelers. As the next pitch is lined to second. Nice play out there by Matthew Jenkinson, and that's the end of the top of inning number 2. Back with the bottom half after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Jay Curtis will step into the box to lead off the inning after Musrock was caught stealing with Jay at the plate in the first, so he'll be back up there in the second. First pitch, breaking ball in there, strike one to Jay. Curtis from the University of Dayton caught a lot of his time there before moving over to third for the second half of the season. Next pitch, check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire, Wayne Seeley. And it's 0-2 to Curtis. The pitch fouled off. Jay will stay alive at no balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes to Jay Curtis from Colin Murphy. The pitch is on its way. Curtis waited back on that curveball and fouled it off. As I just noticed, Jay is actually in his Dayton batting helmet. He's got the Flyer logo and the D inscription on the helmet. He's in his college helmet. Hopefully that brings him good luck. He hit pretty well at Dayton this past season, 283 average. The pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 from Colin Murphy to Jay Curtis, top or bottom of the second, excuse me. The pitch on a line to center, and that'll be down into the right center gap, cut off by the center fielder Carmack, and that will hold Jay to a single. But the Duelers have the leadoff man on with nobody out here in the second. Mark Castle digs in now for the Duelers, the first baseman. For his first at bat of the day, right-handed hitter is Mark from Young Harris College in St. John's, Florida. First pitch, popped up foul out of play, 0-1. On the season, Mark Castle hitting .225, 40 at-bats. That's tied for the most on the team with Musrock. 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 double, 1 homer, 7 RBIs for Mark Castle. The pitch is off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jay Curtis leads off first. Nobody down here, bottom of the second. The Chiefs and Duelers going at it for their second game, their second matchup within the last week. The pitch on the ground to short, potentially 2. To second for 1. Back to first, not in time. Castle beats the relay throw from second baseman Bingham. And Castle and Curtis will trade places at first. Now 1 down for Quincy Smith. Quincy Smith in left field today, can also play a little bit of right and second base as well on the year. Quincy hitting .190, 21 at-bats, 8 runs, 4 hits, 1 homer, and the 1 homer he had was a bomb to right center, I believe, if I remember correctly. The pitch on the ground to second. It's bobbled out there by Bingham. Over to first in time, got him by a step and a half. For out number 2, avoided the error, did Bingham. And Castle advances to second. Jonathan Evans, the right fielder, now up. He's been in the leadoff spot a lot of the season for the Duelers. Head coach Kyle Schexnader has moved John down to the 7 hole. Still in right field, though, is Evans, the big lefty. Pitch. That ball's hit well. Deep to right, and that ball's out of here. I was talking to Jonathan pregame, and I literally said to him, John, you're going to go deep today. He said, I got you. Well, guess what he did in his first at-bat? He hit a bomb over the right field wall. There we go. Rock, paper, scissors with Schexnader as John will round third. Hit home. Now that's a 2-0 lead for your Franklin Duelers. You love to see it right on cue. There was no doubt about that one either. Evans absolutely crushed that one. And now Jackson Norris digs in with a chance to go back-to-back. We'll see if that can happen here. Norris, another left-handed hitter in the order for the Duelers. We'll dig in. First pitch from Murphy. Big swing and a miss. He wanted to hit one there, but a breaking ball out of the zone is swung on a miss, strike one. A 2-run shot for Jonathan Evans. His home run number 2 on the year for John, as it's now 0-2 to the DH, Jackson Norris, who turns around and looks at the home plate umpire, C.J. Davis, with a big grin on his face. 0-2 to Jackson. The pitch. Low in the dirt. Taken, and it's ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. South Warren Ballpark in Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Chiefs and the Duelers. A 2-run shot just a second ago by Jonathan Evans puts the Duelers in front early. Over the high wall out there in right. 2 down, Jackson Norris in an 0-2 hole, or 1-2 hole. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed by Norris. He will strike out swinging, but the Duelers put 2 on the board on the homer by Evans. And after 2 complete, the Duelers up 2-0 over the Chiefs. We'll be back with inning number 3 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Duelers Baseball is brought to you by PikaView Imaging. Whether it's 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasounds, PikaView is the place to go for your imaging needs. You can find them at 107 Roby Street in Franklin. We appreciate their support of Duelers Baseball. Also, SureStay Hotel Bowling Green North, located at 700 Interstate Drive in Bowling Green, Kentucky. SureStay by Best Western is the official hotel of the Duelers. If you're coming into town, be sure to check them out. Wildfire Barbecue. Check them out at 105 State Street in Franklin. Available for dine-in or carry-out, Wildfire has been serving delicious barbecue in the region for over 20 years. Wildfire Barbecue is the official barbecue restaurant of Duelers Baseball. Woody's Glove Repair. Located in Franklin, Kentucky, Woody's brings old baseball gloves back to life and gives new ones a custom look. Offering relacing, repair, and break-in services, take your glove to the next level with Woody's Glove Repair today. Also, Heidi Barks Photography. You can find Heidi at Heidi Barks Photography on social media. To check out some of her work, contact her via email at HeidiBarksPhotos@gmail.com or call 270-999-7240 to schedule your next shoot today. And finally, Fresh Squeeze Goods. They offer customized laser cut and engraved gifts for every occasion. Visit freshsqueezegoods.com to start your custom order today. First pitch of the 3rd inning from Joel Martinez to Creighton Morse is on the ground, third base side foul, and it's 0-1. Creighton Morse started a DH, I believe, on Sunday for the Chiefs. I'll double check that. As no, he was the starting catcher. Bogart, who is the catcher tonight, was the DH on Sunday. Pitch to Morse is in the air to right. Evans glides over toward the line and brings it in as he hits the warning track. And it's 1 down here for Joel Martinez in the 3rd. Garner Bingham, will step in now for the Chiefs. Or Gunnar Bingham, as I could not read the lineup card given to me by Delta Cleary. I'll double check the roster. That is Gunnar Bingham. So I apologize to the Chiefs fans tuning in. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in, as Brandon hasn't been able to make it tonight. He had a family thing pop up, so hopefully I can take care of you tonight with our broadcast. Hopefully it's up to your satisfaction. I know Brendan does a great job for Paducah. Hopefully I can do an admirable job here tonight to fill in. Brendan was texting me earlier, said he'd be back for the game against Owensboro tomorrow, I believe that is, in Marion, Kentucky, if I remember correctly. As the next pitcher is on the ground to third, Curtis with a nice stop, up to his feet, throws him out. What a play over there by Jay Curtis. Fantastic play at third by Jay. Got up, fired a strike to Castle. And they're 2 down. Colby Morris, the shortstop, digs in at bat number 2. Grounded out to third his first time up. Joel gets the sign for his pitch. Outside, ball 1. As yes, Paducah does face Owensboro and Marion tomorrow, so Brendan will be back with you for that one on your regular radio broadcast. Once again, appreciate the Chiefs fans tuning in tonight as it's now 1-1 to Colby Morris, the shortstop. 2 outs, nobody on for the Chiefs here in the top of inning number 4. A 2-0 lead for the Duelers. While I'm thinking about it, because I essentially forgot, I will fix the score as that one is in the air to left. That will fall in front of the left fielder, Quincy Smith. And that's a 2-out single for Colby Morris. As Kyler Carmack digs in now. First pitch, strike 1 from Joel Martinez. In the first, Carmack struck out swinging. Second AB of the day. Right-handed hitter with Morris off first. The pitch. Missed, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Joel Martinez's third start of the season, 2-0 so far in his first 2. It's 1-1 to Carmack as the pitcher's low and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now. If Carmack can reach, John Oberson is on deck, the right fielder. The 2 down here in the third, top of the third. The pitch. On the ground, nice play over there by Castle. He will literally punch the bag with the baseball in his hand for the 3rd out of the inning. Gotta love it by Mark Castle on a nice play there and an emphatic finish to the play. As that is the end of the top of the 3rd. After 2.5, Duelers 2, Chiefs nothing on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'll be right back. Back in here from South Warren High School. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Duelers Baseball. Game 12 on the season, 8-3 for the Duelers, 3-9 for the Chiefs. They're in their 13th game of the year. First pitch to the catcher, Evan Kirk, is in there for strike 1. Evans' first at bat of the day. The pitch. A breaking ball misses outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Evan from the University of Montevallo. Hitting 167 on the year as the next pitch is strike 2. Just 12 at-bats for Evan as he's been dealing with some arm soreness so far this year off and on. As the 1-2 is in the air, foul, first base side out of play. Count holds at 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Evan from Spanish Fork, Alabama, wearing number 4 for the Duelers. 1-2, here it comes. Outside and low, good take, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evan here to lead off before the top of the order up next for the Duelers. Jenkinson and Musrock to follow. 2-2 from Colin Murphy. Here it comes. On the ground to third. Love will gobble it up and fire over to the first baseman Morse in time to retire Kirk. 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the third. Leadoff man now up for the Duelers, Matt Jenkinson, the second baseman. Flew out to right his first time up to open the bottom half of inning number 1. Jenkinson from Nashville, Tennessee. Roan State Community College, although he'll be going up to Division II Lincoln Memorial University next year. First pitch from Murphy's strike 1. Jenkinson, the right-handed hitter, hitting .257 on the year. The pitch, a breaking ball, a swing and a miss way early on that one for Matt, and he's behind 0-2 now. Jenkinson, 35 at-bats, 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 doubles, 5 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. The 0-2. Off the outside corner for ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jenkinson up into the leadoff spot here tonight after Musrock's been hitting leadoff lately a lot. The pitch, breaking ball low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, count is even. As we are here in the bottom of inning number 3, your score 2-0 Duelers. The 2-2. Murphy brings it home. Jenkinson fights it off and fouls it back behind the plate, and he stays alive at 2-2. Jackson Musrock waiting on deck. Bases are empty here with 1 down, bottom of the third. As Murphy gets his sign from Bogart, here comes the pitch. Jenkinson in the air, deep right, it's off the wall, past a leaping Oberson. Jenkinson around first, and into second, standing up with a 1-out double for Matt Jenkinson. Nice piece of hitting there, down 2 strikes for Matt. He's now in scoring position for Jackson Musrock. Musrock with a single his first time up. One of the better averages on this Duelers team. Second on the team in batting average behind Sam Slaughter is Musrock. First pitch is ball 1. The 1-0 from Murphy. Here it comes. High and away, ball 2. 2-0. Musrock ahead in the count. Duelers hit the road tomorrow to play Du Bois County, the Bombers. 6:30 Eastern time, first pitch tomorrow evening from Huntingburg, Indiana. The pitch in the air to right. Oberson over, brings it in. Jenkinson will tag, head to third. The throw is not in time, head first. Matt is safe over there at third, but there's 2 down now, with Jenkinson at third for Sam Slaughter. Sam flew out to center his first time up. Again, coming into tonight, Sam leads the Duelers in hitting with a .361 batting average. .13 hits, 6 doubles, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. First pitch is low and away, ball 1. Also for Slaughter, 6 stolen bases. The 1-0. On a line past the second baseman. That's a solid RBI with 2 down for Sam Slaughter. And it's now 3-0 Duelers. As Jenkinson touches home. RBI number 14 for Sam Slaughter. Jay Curtis will now dig in, the third baseman for the Duelers. Made a nice play last inning. A diving play over at third. Slaughter now on first. We'll see if he takes off with 2 down. First pitch is away, ball 1. Curtis in his first at-bat tonight had a single in the second. Now up again with 2 down here in the third. Slaughter takes his lead off first. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 1 called by home plate umpire C.J. Davis, and it's 1-1. Here in the bottom of inning number 3, Duelers add 1 more run. I'll fix the scoreboard here in a second on your screen. The pitch in the air, fouled off, strike 2, and it's 1-2 to Jay Curtis. Duelers now up 3-0, your score. That's Colin Murphy, the starter for the Chiefs. From Lincoln Memorial, the pitch, Slaughter takes off. Ball is hit on the ground to short. Morse over to first. That is actually Morse to Morse, the shortstop. Colby Morse to the first baseman, Creighton Morse. And that will end the third, but not before the Duelers add on 1 more run on the RBI single from Sam Slaughter, driving in Matt Jenkinson. After 3 complete, your score, Duelers 3 and the Chiefs nothing. We'll be right back with more baseball after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, ready to begin the 4th inning. As the right fielder, John Oberson, will dig in for his second at-bat of the day, grounded out to second in the 1st inning. Joe Martinez back out there for another inning of work. On the first base side of the rubber, here's the pitch from Joel, outside, ball 1. So far for the Duelers, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the Chiefs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. As we're in the 4th. The pitch. Away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes from Martinez to the right fielder, John Oberson. The pitch. And there's strike 1 called, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike now. As the lights beyond the outfield wall begin to turn on. Next one coming is low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Oberson. On the day for Martinez, 1 walk so far. That's just Joel's 2nd walk on the season in 10 innings. 10-plus innings, as the case may be. The pitch. And the dirt ball 4 and a leadoff walk to John Oberson to start the 4th. The catcher, J.D. Bogart, will now step to the plate. Walked in the 2nd for J.D. And now Oberson on first with nobody down. The Chiefs are managed by Delta Cleary, who's a 16-year professional baseball veteran. He played in the Nationals organization for a large majority of that time. Been around the game for his whole life, played professionally for almost 2 decades, did Delta Cleary. He's over there at third base as the third base coach in addition to his managerial duties. That's 1 ball and 1 strike to J.D. Bogart. Martinez next pitch. Here it comes. Bottom of the zone. Strike 2 called. Good spot there for Joel. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Martinez in the stirrup socks today with the red socks and stirrups with the all blue uniforms. 1-2. Just missed, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Joel Martinez to J.D. Bogart. John Oberson off of first, nobody down. Top of the 4th, the pitch. Miss low, good take there by Bogart, and the count has gone from it was 1-2 to now 3-2. Martinez looks into his catcher to get the sign from Kirk. Full count pitch, here it comes. On the ground, and Bogart will stay alive after fouling that pitch back. The on-deck hitter, Austin Kreider, will go pick it up behind the plate and toss it toward the Chiefs dugout. Another full count pitch, here it is. Another foul ball, basically the same spot, and as soon as Austin Kreider picked his bat back up, he has to put it down and go get another baseball. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes to the 4-hole hitter, J.D. Bogart, the catcher for Paducah. Pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's a big strikeout on a full count pitch from Joel Martinez. Make that strikeout number 2 for Joel on the day, and Austin Kreider will dig in now. Oberson still on first, and now 1 down for Kreider, the DH tonight. Popped out to the shortstop, Musrock, his first time up. First pitch, and there's strike 1. 0-1 to Austin Kreider. Kreider from Belmont University, born and raised in Franklin, Tennessee. 0-1, the pitch. Fouled off first base side, back behind the plate, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Oh and 2 to Kreider. With Oberson on first and 1 down. Here comes the pitch from Martinez. Looked like maybe a slider, fouled off first base side, and the count holds at 0-2. The on-deck hitter is the left fielder, Garrett Smith, with 1 down here in the 4th. Another 0-2. That ball's hit on a line to deep left. Quincy Smith will move back a couple of steps and bring it in with ease, though. Throw it back into the infield, and they're 2 down now. Garrett Smith now up for the Chiefs. Smith from the University of North Alabama, another Franklin, Tennessee native on this Chiefs team. First at bat of the day for Smith was a fly out to right fielder Jonathan Evans in inning number 2. First pitch, And there's strike one. Martinez is doing a tremendous job of getting ahead of hitters so far today. He's had a few more 3-2 counts than he might have maybe would like, but he's doing a good job of getting ahead for sure. And it's 0-1. The pitch. Half swing on the ground to Jenkinson. Brings it in and fires over to Castle. That will end the top of the fourth. No runs across for the Chiefs. Your score sits at Duelers 3, Chiefs nothing as we head to the bottom of inning number 4 after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. As Smith will dig in now with one down after the pop out from Castle. The pitch. Quincy squares the bunt, and it's a good one. Can he get it past the pitcher? No. He will glove flip to first. That's a nice play right there by Colin Murphy. And a risky one at that to flip with your glove. But Quincy's got a lot of speed out there, so I don't know if Colin would have had time to transfer to his throwing hand and get it over to first in time. So he just went straight from glove to the glove of the first baseman, Creighton Morris, for out number 2. Nice play by the pitcher there. Jonathan Evans now digs in. Had a 2-run homer his first time up. Next one is a line drive past the second baseman and into center field. Jonathan's heating up. He's 2 for 2 now today. Maybe being moved down in the lineup by your manager, Kyle Schexnayder. Paid dividends, at least it has so far tonight. As Jackson Norris will look to follow suit now. Jackson struck out his first time up. As Norris, a left-handed hitter from Rome, Georgia. The pitch is high and away. As I was talking to Jackson pregame today, he said he wanted to give a shout-out to his family watching back in Georgia. He appreciates you guys tuning in, and I do as well. As very grateful for all the family and friends that are watching from all over the country. As the play is over to first, and the throw gets by the first baseman. Into second, standing up, goes Jonathan Evans. As the first baseman, Creighton Morris, kind of tripped himself, falling over the runner Evans as Jonathan got up to go to second. Morris kind of toppled over Jonathan, and that made the play a little more difficult, but Jonathan will just stop at second base with only one base advanced. As it's 1-0 to Jackson Norris. The pitch. On a line by Norris, down the line, and it's fair. Hits third, around the third base bag comes Jonathan Evans. He will score. Throw into second is not in time, and it's a double for Jackson Norris. He probably could have went to third because the ball went all the way down over the mound and toward the third base line before it was finally corralled, but Jackson and the Duelers will gladly take an RBI double. That ball was scalded down the right field line by Norris, and an easy double with an RBI attached. Evan Kirk will now step in, a chance to add another run with Norris in scoring position at second and 2 down now. Kirk, a ground out to third his first time up, as your score is now 4-0 Duelers. First pitch to Evans, ball 1. Kirk, the right-handed hitter, the pitch. Breaking ball, high, ball 2. 2-0 from Colin Murphy, the Chiefs starter. The right-hander from Lincoln Memorial University. Facing the Duelers catcher tonight, Evan Kirk in the 9-hole. 2-0 is high, ball 3. Kirk ahead in the count here, 3 balls and no strikes. With Jackson Norris on second and 2 down here, bottom of the 4th. The Duelers with 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 here in the 4th so far. The pitch. Inside, off the corner for ball 4. That's a 4-pitch walk to Evan Kirk. Lineup will flip back to the top now for Matt Jenkinson. So far for Matt today, 1 for 2, a double and a fly out to right. This is his third at-bat on the day. Chance of driving a run here with a 2-out hit. The pitch. On the inside corner that time, called strike 1. Jenkinson back into the box after stepping out for a moment. Eyes the pitcher Murphy, now bat on his shoulder. The next pitch. Swung on a miss, throw back behind the runner at first, but the first baseman Morse wasn't even covering the base. And it's now 0-2 to Matt Jenkinson. No balls, 2 strikes to the Duelers second baseman tonight. And leadoff man is Jenkinson, with Norris on second and 2 down. The pitch from Murphy. Fouled off. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes to Matt. Matt hitting .257 coming into tonight. The 1 for 2 might raise his average a little bit so far tonight, as it's 0-2 to Jenkinson with Norris on second. The pitch. Norris takes off a hit and run into foul territory. Over goes Morris. He can't get it into the Chiefs bullpen over there. As it's just a foul ball, Norris will return to second. Kirk also will return to first. I almost forgot Evan was even out there. I didn't even notice him. That's my bad. It's first and second with 2 down. Evan Kirk at first and Norris at second. The 0-2. Way high. Both runners take off. The throw down to third is in plenty of time. Norris will try to elude the tag. Cannot do so. As that is the end of the inning. But the Duelers add 1 more and lead it 4-0 after 4. Head to the 5th next on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, about ready to begin the top of inning number 5 here from South Warren Ballpark. My name is Sam Reeves. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us here today. As we have the Chiefs and the Duelers. A matchup here tonight on this Friday evening. Tucker Love, the third baseman, the first to greet Joe Martinez here in his next inning of work. First pitch is strike one from Joel. Next one coming in the air, foul first base side. Castle to give it a look, but it's out of play. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes to Tucker Love, the third baseman for the Paducah Chiefs. As the next one is in the air to right. Evans over a couple of steps to bring it down, and that's an out. Here to lead off the 5th for Joel Martinez. Creighton Morse now into the box for the Chiefs. First pitch is ball 1 from Martinez. 1-0 from Joel. The pitch, a little bit low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes from Martinez to Creighton Morse, playing first base tonight. Flew out to right his first time up. The pitch on the ground to short. Musrock on a couple of hops over to first in time for out number 2. Musrock to Castle on the ground out. Another 9-hole hitter, Gunnar Bingham. Bingham from Murray State University in Eddyville, Kentucky. 0 for 1 on the day after a ground out to third in the third. As Martinez will step off the mound and now slowly make his way back up top to the rubber. Looking to get the sign from his catcher, Evan Kirk. Here comes the first pitch to Bingham. Away, maybe a little low for ball 1. The next pitch is on the ground on a hop to Jenkinson. Easy play to first. Another 0 on the board for Joel Martinez. As after 4.5, your score, Duelers 4, and the Chiefs nothing as we head to the bottom half after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Stay with us. Would like to take a minute while we have one to invite you to head to visitbgky.com to learn about all the exciting events going on in the Bowling Green area over the course of the summer. Of course, if you're coming into town, be sure to check out the Duelers. Come support the Franklin Duelers here at South Warren Ballpark all summer long, playing good baseball right now, and definitely deserve your support if you're coming into the area. But, of course, there's also many other events to check out while you're here. you can go to visitbgky.com or call 800-326-7465 to learn about these events today, some of which will be on your screen now for you to look through here between innings. Colin Murphy will be back on the rubber for the Chiefs here in the fifth for his fifth inning of work. Matt Jenkinson will be the first to greet Murphy here in the fifth. On the day for Matt, 1 for 2, a double and a fly out to right. First pitch. And there's strike one. For Colin Murphy so far today, 4 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout for Colin, as it's 1-1 to Matt Jenkinson now. The next pitch. It's the bottom of the zone, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt. Your home plate umpire tonight, C.J. Davis. Wayne Seeley over at first, and Mason Whitlow is the third base umpire. 1-2. In the air, foul, first base side. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here at South Warren Ballpark in Bowling Green, again, my name is Sam Reeves. Up here in the press box, the Duelers up 4-0 on the Chiefs. The 1-2. Away on a slider for ball 2. 2-2 your count. Also up here with me in the press box is Jacob Hernandez and Jace Sutherland. Jacob running the scoreboard. We appreciate his help. And then Jace, the PA and game changer, over to Jacob's right. 2-2. In the air to right center. Over goes the center fielder Carmack to bring it in. That's the first out of the inning. Jackson Musrock will dig in now. 1 for 2 for Jackson as well. A single and a fly out to right. Up for his third AB of the day. Jackson from the University of Memphis. Wearing number 21 for the Duelers. The pitch. High, ball 1. Musrock, born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. The pitch is fouled off first base side, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. Musrock, along with his Memphis teammate Rashad Robinson on the Duelers from the Tigers team this summer. Next pitch is in the dirt low for ball 2. 2-1. Also, you could kind of halfway throw Sam Slaughter into the Memphis mix as well, since he started his collegiate career there. 2-1. In the air, a pop-up high in the air. And it's out of play for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Although Sam never did play at Memphis, he was just there for a semester this past fall before going to Calhoun Community College, where he hit the ball very well at Calhoun, and as a result is going back up to D1 Belmont is Sam. But back to Musrock at the plate. He didn't play very much at Memphis, if at all, either, just due to the fact that it's the freshman in D1 baseball. It's tough to get your feet wet that freshman year, but he'll most likely be in there much more this next season as the pitch is on the ground to short. Over to first. It's close. Did he get him? Yeah, he did, apparently, says the first base umpire, Wayne Seeley. And the aforementioned Sam Slaughter will now come to the dish after the ground out to short by Musrock on a close play over there. Good hustle by Jackson. Just couldn't quite beat it out. Strong throw over there by Morse, the first baseman Morse. The Morse to Morse connection was just in time to get Musrock. Slaughter now up, 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. And the third for Sam, also a fly out to center. First pitch fouled off, strike 1. We are here in the bottom of inning number 5. Your score 4-0 Duelers in front of the Chiefs. The pitch on a line to left, and he misread it. It's over his head all the way to the wall. Sam around first. He will cruise into second with a 2-out double. That's knock number 2 on the day for Sam. And he's in scoring position at second with 2 down for Jay Curtis. I don't think the left fielder Smith would have had that even if he broke on it right away correctly. But he took a few steps in, and the ball was over his head from the get-go. Went all the way to the wall, and Sam had an easy double. Standing at second now with 2 down for Jay Curtis, like I mentioned. On the day for Jay, 1 for 2. First pitch is popped up down the right field line. That will land a foul, and it's 0-1 to Curtis. A single for Jay in the second, and a ground out to short in the third. The Duelers at 8-3 on the season, winners of their last 2 games over Madisonville as well as Fulton on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. The pitch, curveball, hangs high, and it's 1-1. Duelers will hit the road to head to Du Bois County to play the D.C. Bombers in Huntingburg, Indiana, at the field where A League of Their Own was filmed, which will be very cool to see. Tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern Time, first pitch. We'll be on the air with that one on the Duelers YouTube channel. Pitch is grounded to second. Bringing it in is Bingham. He'll go to first, and that will end the inning with no more damage done by the Duelers bats in that frame. After 5 complete, though, the Duelers up 4-0. We'll be back with the 6th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, about ready to begin the 6th inning, the end of the day for Joel Martinez. Final line for Joel, another very good outing. 5 innings, 64 total pitches, 38 of them for strikes, only 1 hit. No runs, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Martinez. He's replaced by Daniel Courtney, the lefty. Courtney, the lefty from the University of North Georgia. Another UNG pitcher on this Duelers team. Alongside Reed Howard and Jacob Lassier. First pitch from Courtney's in the dirt, ball 1. To Colby Morris. Next pitch. In the air to left center. Slaughter over, and he brings it down for out number 1. Kyler Carmack, the center fielder, will now come to the plate. As on the season for Courtney, 3 appearances, 6 and 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 5 walks, 10 strikeouts, and an ERA of 5.40. The 1-0 is on the ground, past Courtney. Curtis charges over to first in time. A nice play over there by Curtis for out number 2. Thing I've noticed in Jay's few games as a Dueler, he's tremendous defensively, can charge on the ball very well over there at third. And that's for a converted catcher, too, so that's even more impressive. First pitch to the 3-hole hitter, John Oberson, is strike 1. Also in there, strike 2. 0-2 from Courtney to the 3-hole hitter, Oberson. 1 for 1 officially, also a walk in inning number 4. The 0-2. A breaking ball is hit to first. Castle over. Courtney will cover, race to the bag. Not in time. He's off the bag apparently. But, okay, that caused a little confusing because it's either he touched the bag or he didn't, because he was covering on the when he received the ball. Kyle Schexnader will go talk to Wayne Seeley. To me, it looked like he hit the bag. Jacob, what did you think over here? Jacob thinks he's out. We're a little biased up here, but Wayne says he's safe and shoos Kyle away, but he will at least get his other umpires to talk to him about it. Mason Whitlow and C.J. Davis will huddle up with Wayne Seeley to see if they saw anything. It was a close play. It was a race to the bag as Castle had to range far towards second to get the ball in the first place and then feed his pitcher, Courtney, and the safe call is upheld for a 2-out single for John Oberson here in the 5th. J.D. Bogart, the catcher, now up. 0 for 1 officially on a strikeout in the 4th for J.D., also a walk in the 2nd. So Oberson on first with 2 down. Pitch is outside, ball 1 from Daniel Courtney. As the Duelers starter, Joe Martinez went 5. Clearly could have went longer, but the pitching coach for the Duelers, Jacob Snyder, trying to keep Joel under wraps and on a pitch count. And Wayne Seeley now called a balk on Daniel Courtney. Man, oh man, this is getting crazy. Wayne Seeley has been in the middle of a lot of things, I'll say, with the Duelers lately, especially this past week, and he just called a balk on Courtney. Now a runner on scoring position for the Chiefs. That is Oberson with Bogart still at the plate, a 1-0 count. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Like I was saying about Martinez, the Cal State LA, his new team, his new school, has put Joe on a little bit of a pitch count just because they want to keep him healthy for their season upcoming next year. So the Duelers are trying to make the most out of Joel and keeping him to about a 5 inning per start maximum to keep Joel around as long as possible. So he's been pulled after 5 tremendous innings in all 3 of his starts so far. 1-2 from Courtney to Bogart. The pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Courtney with a big strikeout to end the 5th with no runs scored. After 4.5 from South Warren High School, the Duelers still up 4-0. We'll be right back with more Duelers baseball after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in here, everybody, ready to begin the bottom of inning number 6. A new pitcher for the Paducah Chiefs is Richard Belcher from the University of Montevallo, the right-handed pitcher from Fort Myers, Florida. On for an inning of work in relief of the starter Colin Murphy. Final line for Colin, 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout on 78 pitches. It appears that a new catcher's entered the ball game as well for the Chiefs, and yes, he has. It's Brody Williams back behind the plate now, replacing Bogart, who just struck out last inning. Mark Castle, the first hitter to greet Belcher here in the 6th. First pitch on the ground is short. Morse over to Creighton Morse in time for the first out of the inning on 1 pitch. Quincy Smith, the next hitter for the Duelers. Brody Williams, the new catcher for the Chiefs, replacing Bogart. First pitch is ball 1 to Quincy from Richard Belcher. Smith on the day for the Duelers. 0 for 2, a ground out to second, and a ground out pitcher to first for Quincy. 1-0. Fouled straight back, and it's 1-1. On the year for Richard Belcher for the Chiefs. I'll pull that up here after this next pitch. Waiting the 1-1 from Belcher to Quincy Smith. Here it comes. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Belcher, 3 appearances, 4 innings of work total. 4 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 9 walks, and 5 strikeouts. So 4 more walks than strikeouts is definitely not something you want to see if you're Belcher. But it's now 2-2 to Quincy Smith with 1 down here in the 6th. An ERA of 11.25 for Belcher on this season. Pitch is high, ball 3, and a full count to Quincy Smith with 1 down here in the 6th. The Duelers up 4-0 on the Chiefs. In a game that ends a long homestand for the Duelers, in which the Franklin Duelers are 6-1 in this homestand so far. So very impressive. 3-2, hideaway, ball 4, and a walk right on cue. That's walk number 10 on the year for Belcher, and a walk to Smith. He'll head to first with 1 down. Jonathan Evans will dig in now. 2 for 2 for Big John, a home run and a single. And I mentioned it last at bat, the move down in the order from the leadoff spot to number 7 by manager Kyle Schexnader might have worked out to be a tremendous decision. Evans will square the bunt, pull it back, throw back to first. Not in time, a very slow safe call over there. But back in time was Quincy Smith, as Evans will dig back into the box, the left-handed hitter from Starkville, Mississippi, attends Southern University. The 1-0 is high, ball 2, is the new catcher Brody Williams looked over there at first again, thought about throwing another ball over there, so Quincy Smith scampered back in standing up. Quincy takes his lead off first with 1 down. Belcher gets his sign. Here comes the 2-0. And another look over to first. No throw, but Smith will dive back in. On the year for Quincy Smith, no stolen bases yet. Or 4 stolen bases, excuse me, has not been caught 1 time, so 4 for 4 in steal attempts for Quincy so far this year. As it's 2-1 now to Evans. He'll dig back in the box and await the 2-1. Quincy takes off. The pitch is in the dirt. Throw down to second. It's a good one by Williams. Did the tag apply in time? Yes. Tremendous throw by Brody Williams on a pitch that was low and in the dirt. Especially coming off the bench cold, Williams just got into the game as a defensive replacement, replacing Bogart for this inning. And threw an absolute bomb over there to second. Caught stealing, and Quincy Smith is retired. 2 down now, but a 3-1 count to Jonathan Evans. Timeout called by Evans and granted by the home plate umpire C.J. Davis. John will step out. Kick some dirt out from his spikes, it looks like, and now back into the box. The 3-1 from Belcher. Here it comes. Fouled straight back. Jonathan just missed it, and he knew it. When you see a hitter foul one back like that, you just missed the barrel. On a 3-1, that was a healthy cut right there by Jonathan Evans. The count is full now, though. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Belcher from the middle of the rubber will get his sign from his catcher, Brody Williams. Here comes the payoff pitch. In the air, foul, third base side. Count holds at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the score is still 4-0 Duelers on top of the Chiefs. Evans, the lefty. Another 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again. Good battle right there by Jonathan Evans against Belcher. And the count holds at 3-2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Chiefs. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Duelers. Belcher gets a sign from Williams. Another 3-2. Popped up by Evans. Will it get out of play? Third baseman over to give it a look, and it is out of play. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another 3-2 from Belcher to Evans. Here it comes. Low ball 4. Another tremendous at-bat by Jonathan Evans. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Even when he wasn't hitting the ball well, he always found a way to work a good at-bat. A lot of the times they ended in walks, and that was another example there. Evans now on first with 2 down, and Jackson Norris the hitter. Jackson had an RBI double down the right field line his last time up. 1 for 2 for Norris. The pitch in the air. Foul. First base side, and it's 0-1. A good cut right there by Jackson. Just pulled it a little foul. Behind in the count now, no balls, 1 strike from Richard Belcher to Jackson Norris, the Duelers DH in the 8 hole tonight. With the catcher Evan Kirk on deck with 2 down. The pitch is in the dirt, gets past the catcher Williams, and taking second with ease is Evans. He'll go to third. Throw down there. Not in time. He's safe. That's tremendous heads-up base running right there by Jonathan Evans. Knew the catcher Williams kind of just would have assumed he would stop at second and didn't fully hit the brakes when he hit second. Kept running, looked back there, and then turned on the jets when he was about halfway between second and third and just got in ahead of the tag from third baseman Tucker Love. 1-1 now with 2 down, and Evans on third. Pitch to Norris. High ball 2. 2-1. As Jonathan on third base with Jackson at the plate, the left-handed hitter. 2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch from Belcher. Outside ball 3, 3-1. Good hitter's count right here for Norris if he gets one to his liking. Once again, the on-deck hitter is Evan Kirk, the catcher. 3-1. Here it comes. On a line by Norris, that'll fall. In the right center gap, cut off by the center fielder, Carmack. Well, that's another RBI for Jackson Norris. An RBI single on the solid knock from Jackson, and it's now 5-0. Norris now 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Evan Cook, the catcher, now up for the Duelers. As it's 5-0, Franklin in front. First pitch, low ball 1. Evan Kirk on the day. 0 for 1 officially. Had a ground out to third and a walk for Kirk. Norris on first, the pitch. Away, ball 2. It might have been called strike 1. Yes, it was ball 2. That looked pretty close to a strike, but it was away, says home plate umpire C.J. Davis, and it's 2-0. The pitch is high, ball 3. All of a sudden, Richard Belcher's having a lot of problems finding the strike zone. Belcher, so far, 21 pitches, just 10 strikes, under 50%. 3-0. Caught the corner. Kirk flipped the bat and took a strike. 3-1. A strike according to the home plate umpire, C.J. Davis, anyways. And that's, I guess, what matters. As it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Evan, with Jackson Norris on first. The pitch. And that one missed for ball 4. As Belcher has got 2 outs and had problems getting the final one, and that should be the end of his day. As Paducah's pitching coach, Rowdy Yates, heads to the mound after the walk to Kirk. Now first and second with 2 down. Matt Jenkinson, the hitter for the Duelers. It looks like they'll leave Belcher in. And they will. Rowdy Yates is going to head back to his first base dugout after a meeting on the mound with the entire infield for Paducah. And now everybody back to their respective positions. And Jenkinson into the box. Jenkinson 1 for 3 on the day. A fly out to right, a fly out to center, and a double for Matt. Plate appearance number 4. The leadoff man for the Duelers. Runners first and second, 2 down. Belcher still on the hill. First pitch to Jenkinson. Low ball 1. At this point, if I was the Duelers, I wouldn't swing until Belcher proves to me he can throw a strike. We'll see if that approach is taken. 1-0. Belcher will step off, wipe some sweat from his forehead, it looked like, and now back up on the rubber. Looks into his catcher, Brody Williams, to get the sign. From the stretch, the pitch coming. Inside for ball 2 as Jenkinson hops away. 2 balls and no strikes. The updated ball strike count for Richard Belcher is not pretty. 27 pitches, only 11 for strikes. 2-0 is low. Oh, man. That pitch is called strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. The throw back behind the runner at first is not in time. As Kirk dove back in safely. But it's now 2-1 to Matt Jenkinson. Runners first and second, 2 down. Duelers up 5-0. This Duelers team has only given up 1 hit all night to Paducah. The pitch. On a line, down the line, right field. Foul, says Wayne Seeley. Just foul, and Jenkinson will head back to the plate. Norris came all the way around to score. He'll pick up the bat and give it to Jenkinson before taking a hard left turn and heading back across the infield to second base. Still first and second. Evan Kirk on first. Jackson Norris on second. Matt Jenkinson at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in inning number 6. The 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. High over the head of Matt, who ducks away and takes ball 3. Another full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes to Matt Jenkinson. First and second, 2 down. Belcher gets his sign, the payoff. Here it comes. Low in the dirt for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the Duelers. Belcher just cannot find the strike zone when he needs a strike. It's crazy. Jackson Musrock now will dig in, and Delta Cleary, the Chiefs manager, will finally make his way out of the first base dugout. That has to be the end for Richard Belcher. And with 2 outs and the bases loaded, full of Duelers, Richard Belcher's day is officially done as he hands the baseball to his manager. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 walks in the inning by Richard Belcher. And he will finish his day with 2/3 of an inning pitched, 31 pitches, 1 hit, 1 run, although the runners on the bases are all his as well. So his line is not officially done yet. 4 walks, though. 32 pitches, only 13 for strikes. The new pitcher for the Chiefs to try to get out of the jam will be Austin Brewington from Northeast State Community College in Watertown, Tennessee. I remember this guy from Sunday. He's a very crafty, not a very big guy, but very crafty out there on the mound, and he gets the job done. At least he did on Sunday against the Duelers. As he closed out the game for Paducah, I believe. Brewington will enter with the bases loaded and have to face one of the hotter hitters on the Duelers team so far this season in Jackson Musrock. Not an easy task if you're Brewington, especially with the bases loaded. Statistically for Austin on the season, 3 appearances, 3 1/3, 6 runs, 3 hits, 6 runs, all 6 were earned. 6 walks and 2 strikeouts, so another Chiefs pitcher that has had a lot of issues finding the strike zone. Again, Musrock will dig in with the bases loaded and 2 down here in the 6th. Already 5-0 Duelers. Musrock, the right-handed hitter. 1 for 4 on the day. 1 for 3 with a walk, excuse me. Step out. And now dig back in. First pitch. Outside ball 1. Matt Jenkinson is the man on first base. Evan Kirk is on second. And Jackson Norris is on third for the Duelers. Bases loaded, 2 down, bottom of inning number 6. 5-0, Duelers on top of the Paducah Chiefs. Meeting at the mound between Brewington and his catcher, Williams, after only 1 pitch. And Williams will head back behind the plate. This game had been moving pretty quickly, but over the last inning or so, it's been coming to a screeching halt in terms of the pace. The 1-0. High ball 2. I guess that's what happens when pitchers can't really throw strikes consistently. naturally on either side. If this was the Duelers issue, and it had been at times, honestly, for Franklin this season early on, there were pitchers that had issues throwing strikes, and the Chiefs are experiencing that right now as the next pitch is fouled off, and it's 2-1. Filling up the strike zone makes the game go by faster. That's pretty straightforward, I guess. And the Chiefs have been struggling to do that of late. Two balls and one strike. The pitch to Musrock. Inside corner, strike two. And it's even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson. Austin Brewington on the mound, the third pitcher on the day for the Chiefs. The pitch. Popped up by Musrock. That'll get out of play, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 6. The Duelers 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Chiefs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2-2 once more. First time is called by Musrock. He'll step out. Once again, Norris on third. Kirk on second. Jenkinson on first for your Duelers. Have the bases loaded. 2-2. Popped up in the air by Musrock. Third base side. Will it get out of play? Yes, into the Duelers dugout. And Musrock stays alive at 2-2. Two and two to Musrock. The pitch from Brewington with the bases loaded, 2 down. Gets the sign. Here comes another 2-2. Musrock fouled off again. The more pitches he sees from this guy, the better off Jackson will likely be. It's been a long at bat here. As Brewington, this is his first batter he has faced in Musrock. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And here it is. Inside ball 3, another full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Musrock with the bases loaded. Duelers up 5-0 here, bottom 6. Musrock digs back in with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down. Austin Brewington on the mound. Timeout called by Musrock. He'll step out. And now dig back in. Musrock, bat on his shoulder, awaits the 3-2. On its way. Musrock skies one high in the air. He's very frustrated. The catcher, Williams, will bring it down and end the inning. Bases loaded pop out by Musrock, who's very upset with himself, throws his bat in his helmet. But the Paducah Chiefs get out of the jam with only 1 run in the inning after 6. Finally, the 6th inning has ended. Your score, the Duelers 5 and the Chiefs nothing. We head to the 7th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in here for the 7th. Austin Kreider, the DH, the first up for the Chiefs, facing Daniel Courtney in his second inning of work. First pitch is a nice one, swung on a miss, strike one. Pulled the string a little bit maybe there, did Courtney, and got the swing and miss by Kreider on the day for Austin, 0 for 2. Next one is in the dirt, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Finally take a deep breath after the 6th inning is over. That inning seemed like it took forever. As the next one, a big swing and a miss from Courtney to Kreider, and it's 1-2 now. Daniel Courtney, the second pitcher of the day for the Duelers. As the 1-2 just misses outside, ball 2. The Duelers dugout didn't like it. 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Daniel Courtney with another K to his name. 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th. Garrett Smith, the left fielder, now up for the Chiefs. 0 for 2 for Garrett today. A fly out to right and a ground out to second. The right-handed hitter, first pitch. Bottom of the zone, strike 1. Catches the knees. Good job framing that one, too, by your catcher, Evan Kirk. 0-1. Golfed in the air. You can hear that Jenkinson says he has it, and he does. Near the second base bag. 2 quick outs for Daniel Courtney here in the 7th. Tucker Love now up for the Chiefs. 0 for 2 for Tucker as well. A line out to second and a fly out to right for the third baseman. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Filling up the strike zone really does make the game move faster. That these last couple of half innings have been perfect examples of how that's the case. Nothing against the Chiefs pitchers by any means, but that when you look at the numbers and the pace of play these last couple of innings, Daniel Courtney's only thrown 1 or 2 balls all inning. And the game is moving right along. The next pitch is a big swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 now to the third baseman for Paducah. With Creighton Morse on deck, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout for Daniel Courtney. 2 out of the 3 batters K'd that inning for Daniel. And we head to inning number 8 with the Duelers up 5-0. We'll be back with the 8th inning after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Excuse me, I said the 8th. I meant the 7th, as it would help if I could read a scoreboard. Or the scoreboard that's literally in front of my face in my scorebook. But either way, bottom of the 7th. My score was still correct, though. 5-0. Duelers over the Chiefs, as we're going to go to the 7th. While we have a second, though, I'd like to take a minute to thank some of our sponsors of this 2022 season of Duelers Baseball, as they include Fresh Squeezed Goods. They offer customized, laser-cut, and engraved gifts for every occasion. Dads, as Father's Day is a couple of days away. Grads, corporate promotions, parties, and events. Visit FreshSqueezedGoods.com to start a custom order today. Also, Condo Flooring and Installation. For all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs, Condo Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundle at 931-561-8607 for more information today. El Mazatlan Mexican Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin. El Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin. You can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. Holly J's is available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers Baseball. As Sam Slaughter steps into the box to begin the 7th, bottom half of the 7th for the Duelers. On the day for Sam, 2 for 3 with an RBI, a single and a double, along with a fly out to center. Still facing Austin Brewington. First pitch. High, ball 1. If this is the end of the line for Daniel Courtney today, that's a tremendous outing. Now wait till it's officially the end of Daniel's night to fill you in on a line for him. But that's 2 tremendous innings so far for the Duelers reliever. Next pitch is way high, ball 2. You got to give a lot of credit to the Duelers coaching staff as a whole, as Kyle Schexner, the manager, and third base coach over there in the third base coaching box in foul territory, leading your Duelers to an 8-3 record. The 2-0. That ball's hitting the air to deep center. Back goes the center fielder Carmack to the warning track to bring it down. Sam kind of one-handed that one and didn't get all of it. Flew out to center there for out number 1. As I was saying, the third base coach and manager Kyle Schexner, of course, in charge of this group, leading them to an 8-3 record. And hitting coach Will Allen, also over there, he's over there as the first base coach. The offense has been clicking so far lately, and the reason I started this whole thing, to be honest with you, is to give a lot of props to the pitching coach Jacob Snyder, as the first pitch to Curtis is high and inside, ball 1. This year started for the Duelers. There was trouble throwing strikes for some of the guys. And when they did throw strikes, some of them got hit pretty hard early on. But lately, in this last week, 6-1 on the homestand for the Duelers, a chance to make it 7-1 with a win tonight. As the pitch to Curtis has popped up out of play, foul ball, strike 1. The pitching has been nails all across the board, starters and relievers. They've maybe walked a few guys, but when they've gotten into jams, they've gotten out of them. With the exception of the Paducah game on Sunday, everybody's been filling up the zone and getting outs. And these are high-quality hitters they're facing across the OVL as well. So a lot of credit goes to Jacob Snyder, the pitching coach for the Duelers. As the next pitch is fouled off first base side, foul 1-2 now to Curtis. This entire coaching staff has really been impressive so far this year, in each of their own ways. As they each have their own roles on this staff, of course, and all facets of the game are firing in all cylinders right now for the Duelers, so they all deserve a lot of credit. And so do the players, of course. They're the ones out there on the field actually executing, as Curtis swings and misses for a strikeout out number 2. The players can't go without a mention, too, because they're the ones out there on the field actually playing the game, executing the game plans, coming through when it counts. And, both the pitchers, the hitters, and, of course, defensively, too. There haven't been too many big error games for the Duelers this season. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of up here, too. There's nothing better than calling winning baseball games, and that's what I've been able to do so far this summer. I definitely don't take it for granted, and I don't take it, these people that are watching on a nightly basis for granted either. So thank you guys all for tuning in once again here tonight. The support means a lot, I know, to these guys out there on the field and to me as well, knowing there are viewers that come back night in and night out to watch these games. It definitely doesn't go unnoticed. As the 0-1 is high, ball 2 to Mark Castle after the out from Curtis on a strikeout. 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th as Austin Brewington's on the mound. The 1-1. Way high and inside over the head of Castle. Caught, though, by Williams behind the plate. It's 2-1. The Duelers with 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Chiefs, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2-1. A big swing and a miss at a pitch that was nowhere near the zone by Castle. It's 2-2. Game was started by Joel Martinez, who went 5 innings, only allowed 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts for Joel. And now Daniel Courtney's pitched the last 2. The pitch. Breaking ball is inside for ball 3, 3-2. Brody Williams thought it was strike 3 behind the plate, but on-plate umpire C.J. Davis said that pitch is inside. 3-2, full count from Brewington to Castle with 2 down in the 7th. The pitch. Castle got in front of that and yanked it well foul, third base side. A lot of distance, but well foul. And we'll do it again at 3-2. First home plate will be brushed off, though, by the home plate umpire. As Castle and the catcher Williams having a little conversation over there behind the plate in the batter's box, as it's 3-2 from Brewington to Mark Castle. Here comes the payoff. On the ground, will that stay fair? Yes, it will, and that's an out, I think. It hit him in the foot. The home plate umpire calls it foul. As the first base umpire, Wayne Seeley, is having a conversation with Austin Brewington. And the first base dugout for Paducah, they're not happy. As Wayne says the ball is foul off his foot. And it's still 3-2. Another payoff pitch. Here it comes. Castle pops it up behind the plate. Williams to give it a look. Will he have room? He will. But it drops in foul territory. And we'll do it again at 3-2. That was a ball Williams probably should have caught, but didn't bring in. He gets a pat on the shoulder from Castle, who is nice enough to pick up Brody's mask and hand it back to the Paducah catcher. As he's back behind the plate, and it's still 3-2. Another full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. Really good at bat by Castle, as he'll take first base. Quincy Smith now up, the left fielder for the Duelers. Quincy on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk. For his fourth plate appearance of the day, third at bat. With Castle on first and 2 down, Austin Brewington on the rubber. First pitch to Smith, outside, ball 1. Defensively for the Chiefs, Williams behind the plate. Creighton Morse at first, Bingham at second, Colby Morse at third, and Colby Morse at short, Love at third. Left to right in the outfield, Smith, McCormack, and Oberson. Next pitch is a curveball, inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Quincy Smith. Mark Castle off first, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. The pitch on the way. In the dirt, past the catcher Williams. Mark will jog to second with ease and be there standing up. A wild pitch. Charge to the pitcher, Austin Brewington. And now Castle is on second with 2 down. 2-1 is your count to Quincy Smith. As he awaits in the box. Gets his sign from the catcher. And the 2-1. Big swing and a miss by Quincy. It's now 2-2. The Duelers in their all blue looks again tonight. Blue pants, blue uniforms with the blue numerals and lettering trimmed in red and gray. The Chiefs in their road red uniforms, navy numerals and lettering trimmed in white with the gray pants. 2-2 pitch from Brewington. Low, ball 3. And another full count for a Paducah pitcher. I wish I could know how many full counts Paducah pitchers have had today, because there had to have been a lot. And this is another one right here. The 3-2 from Brewington to Smith. Looks back at second, still looking back, and here it comes. Inside, ball 4. And a full count walk to Quincy Smith makes it first and second with 2 down. 2 straight walks with these 2 outs for Austin Brewington, and now Jonathan Evans will come up. I do know this much. The 3 Paducah pitchers, Colin Murphy, Richard Belcher, and Austin Brewington, have combined for 2 strikeouts and 6 walks. As Jonathan Evans is up, he had a walk his last time up, also a homer for Jonathan, and a single. First pitch, big swing, no contact, strike 1. Evans 2 for 2 with a walk, as I mentioned, a homer in the second, a single in the 4th inning, and a walk last time up in the 5th, now up in the 7th. Walk was in the 6th, excuse me. The 0-1 is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jonathan Evans. A Starkville, Mississippi native and left-handed hitter will dig back into the box against Austin Brewington with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. The Duelers 5, the Paducah Chiefs nothing. 1-1 pitch from Brewington. Here it comes. Low into the dirt, blocked that time by Brody Williams. And it's 2-1. Evans out of the box for a moment. We'll dig back in now. Time called by Evans and granted by the home plate umpire, C.J. Davis. It's 2 balls, 1 strike to Jonathan Evans. The pitch from Austin Brewington on the way. Low into the dirt again, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is also a ball, and another walk loads the bases for the Duelers. That's a loaded. Bases are loaded now on 3 walks for Austin Brewington. Jackson Norris now digs in with a chance to hit a big grand slam here if he can get a hold of one. It wouldn't quite end it on a walk-off run rule, but it would get us close. It would get us to 9. Need to be 10 after 7 to end it. It needs to be 10, excuse me. First pitch is inside all the way back to the backstop. In to score is Mark Castle. The other 2 runners move up as well. Jonathan Evans and Quincy Smith also moving up to second and third. Evans on third, Smith on second. 1-0 the count to Jackson Norris on the day. Jackson 2 for 3. 2 RBIs as well for Norris. A double, a single, and a strikeout with those 2 RBIs. The pitch. Man, oh man. Good contact just out in front and pulled it foul first base side. 1 ball and 1 strike to Jackson. The Rome, Georgia native will dig back in from the left side. The 1-1 from Brewington to Norris. On the ground, Weekly to second. Bingham to first in time. And that will end the 7th. The Duelers add 1 more run, though, and take a 6-0 lead after 7 complete. We head to the 8th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. We'll be right back. Back in, ready to begin inning number 8. The new pitcher on the day for the Duelers out of the bullpen is Jacob Lassier. That's the final line for Daniel Courtney is a very good one. 2 innings of work out of the bullpen for Daniel. 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks. And now Jacob Lassier from the University of North Georgia will take the mound. The right-hander from Alpharetta, Georgia. On the season for Jacob, he's pitched fairly well. I'm just trying to pull it up here. I should have already had it, but we'll find it and go from there. 2 appearances so far in the year for Jacob. 3 innings of work. He got the save in 2 ball games, 2 for 2 in save opportunities and saves successful. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and those 2 saves for Lassier. The first man that Jacob will face will be the first baseman Creighton Morse, who's 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Jacob. Inside, ball 1. Defensively for the Duelers, your catcher's Evan Kirk, the first baseman Mark Castle. The pitch is on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 1. At second, Matthew Jenkinson. The shortstop, Jackson Musrock. Third baseman is Jay Curtis. As here comes the 1-1. High and inside off the glove of Kirk for ball 2. 2-1. Your left fielder out there in left is Quincy Smith, Sam Slaughter in center, and Jonathan Evans in right for the Duelers. Lassier, the third pitcher on the day for Franklin. The pitch. Big swing and a miss by Morse, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here in the top of inning number 8, I'll fix the scoreboard for you as well, as it's now 6-0. The pitch. Swung on and missed. A K for Jacob Lassier to start his night. 1 up, 1 down in the 8th. Gunnar Bingham, the second baseman, a 9-hole batter to the plate now for the Chiefs. Ground out to third and a ground out to second for Gunnar. The pitch. In the air, third base side, foul out of play, 0-1. Again, after this ball game, the Duelers will head to Huntingburg, Indiana tomorrow for a 6:30 Eastern Time start against the Du Bois County Bombers. The pitch. Foul ball, back behind the plate, just got a piece, it's 0-2. As Du Bois County is one of the longer standing teams in the OVL, one of the more historic teams. Of course, play at a stadium where A League of Their Own was filmed. Now the stadium is called League Stadium as a result. The pitch swung on and missed, and that's another strikeout in quick order for Jacob Lassier. Man, he's looked good his first 2 batters. And then the Duelers back home Sunday night, a 6 o'clock first pitch Central Time against Hoptown. I know your schedule online that was posted to Facebook by yours truly probably says 7. That was before the time was changed to 6. A ground ball down the line of third is fair past the diving Jay Curtis. But a good job by Smith to get it back in a hurry will hold the leadoff man Colby Morse to a hard hit single. So Sunday home games here at South Warren are 6 o'clock starts. That is the case, of course, for Sunday as well. Sunday, 6 o'clock here from South Warren against Hoptown. Before, I believe, Muhlenberg County comes in Monday night. The pitch is high to the 2-hole hitter Kyler McCormick, the center fielder. 0 for 3 for Kyler today, a strikeout. Out first baseman unassisted in the 3rd, and you ground out to 3rd in the 5th. The 1-0 from Lassier on the corner, strike 1. Also a reminder, next Tuesday, the 21st of June, originally was an off day for the Duelers. The Duelers will now not have the day off. Instead, they'll be headed to Henderson, Kentucky to play the Henderson Flash in a makeup game from early June. The pitch, I believe time may have been called first, and I think it was, so no pitch by Lassier. He gives the home plate umpire C.J. Davis a thumbs up. There's always a smart idea to finish your delivery even after time is called so you don't hurt yourself out there on the mound, and Lassier did that. The 1-1. Dribbler foul on 1-2 now, your count. As a result of this 8-game homestand, the Duelers are finishing up tonight. A chance to go 7-1 in the homestand. The Duelers will be on the road a lot in July. Last day of the regular season is July 19th before the playoffs begin. It's 1-2 and 2 outs to McCormick. The pitch hits McCormick in the shoulder, and he'll take first base. A pinch hitter into the box. I believe that's Elijah Brooks. Yes, it is. He was a starter on Sunday for the Chiefs. Actually, 3 of the top 4 guys in the order for the Chiefs from Sunday's lineup are not starting tonight, which is interesting after they scored 17 runs on Sunday against the Duelers. 3 of their better hitters are not in the lineup tonight. Elijah Brooks is one of them. He's pinch hitting here. First pitch, low, ball 1. Elijah pinch hitting for John Oberson in right field. Will likely stay there, I would assume, in right. Next one is in there, strike 1 called. On the season, Brooks hitting .231 and 39 at-bats. The pitch, outside, ball 2. Brooks from Tennessee Tech University in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Wearing 14 in the red uniforms for the Chiefs. The pitch. On a line to center. In comes Slaughter diving. Can't get it, and it's backed up by the right fielder. Throw in. Relay to the plate. Is it time to get him? He's out. What a relay. I believe that was Matt Jenkinson, the second baseman to the... It was Musrock, excuse me. Sorry, Jackson. Man, that's a heck of a relay and a good throwback out there by the right fielder as well. He was out at the plate. So run comes across. And I don't think that was Jonathan Evans in right. I think that was Bryce Cape out there in right field. Don't quote me on that 100%, but I'm pretty sure that was Bryce Cape out there in right to gun down the runner at the plate. That's a heck of a play to end the top of the 8th. One run does score for the Chiefs, though, to make it 6-1 now. But, man, that's a heck of a play by the Duelers defensively to end the inning. We'll be back with the next one after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. New pitcher for the Paducah Chiefs here in the 8th is Austin Long, the right-hander from Eddyville, Kentucky and Greenville University. So 2 straight Austins on the rubber for Paducah. You go from Austin Brewington to Austin Long. Final line on the day for Brewington. 1 1/3 innings. As Kirk will be the first to face Long. No hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, 3 walks for Brewington. First pitch from Long to Kirk is on the way. Inside, ball 1. Evan on the day, the Duelers catcher in the 9 spot. Officially only 0 for 1 because Evan's drawn 2 walks today. The pitch is in there, bottom of the zone, strike 1. 1-1 your count. The Duelers 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Chiefs 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. As we're in the bottom of inning number 8 from South Warren Ballpark in Bowling Green. 1-1. Kirk in the air, got under it a little bit. The center fielder over, the left fielder also over, and it's the left fielder Smith to make the catch, route number 1. Also of note, defensively, Elijah Brooks stays in the game in right field for the Chiefs. They're pinch hitting for Oberson last inning. Matt Jenkinson now up at the dish for the Duelers. First pitch from Long. Inside corner, strike 1. Matt doesn't like it. Looks over at his third base coach and manager Kyle Schexnayder, and now back in the box. Matt leading off for the Duelers tonight. This is his 5th plate appearance. The pitch. A breaking ball. Bends in there. Takes forever to get to the plate, but it's strike 2 called. Man, oh man. Holy mackerel. That's a very effective pitch, but I think if Jenkinson knew it was coming, he'd wait back out on it and smash it somewhere. Next pitch just misses, apparently, for ball 1. On the day for Matt, officially 1 for 3 with a walk. Had a double in the 3rd, a fly out to right in the 1st, and a fly out to center in the 5th, as well as the walk in inning number 6 for Matt. Plate appearance number 5, like I mentioned. The pitch fouled off first base side. It's 1-2 to Matt Jenkinson. We've seen 2 tremendous defensive plays by the Duelers tonight. One on a smash to third. Curtis made a diving stop on over at third and fired over to Castle in time. And then the play on the outfield assist just a minute ago. Cape to Musrock on the relay to your catcher Evan Kirk to gun down a runner at the plate. 2-2, the pitch. Fastball misses, ball 3, 3-2. Another 3-2 count. There's been a lot of them tonight, especially by Paducah's pitching staff. There's the 3-2. Poked and spoiled away by Jenkinson. We'll do it again at 3-2. This is kind of interesting. Looking at total pitches thrown, we are in the top half of an inning, so it's an even number essentially when it comes to innings pitched, and that pitch will glance off of Matt Jenkinson. He'll take first base. And Clayton Taylor has a tremendous point, worked all the way back from down 0-2 to work the hit by pitch, and Rashad Robinson will now pinch hit for the Duelers. Rashad Robinson pinch hitting for Jackson Musrock. I would guess that Jenkinson will go to short and Robinson to second in the next half inning defensively for the Duelers. But we'll find out when we get there. The first pitch to Rashad, big swing and a miss, 0-1. Back to what I was saying about interesting pitching statistic, at least numerical stat here, is through a total of 7+ innings, essentially 7 full innings of play here, total pitches by the Franklin Duelers 103, 160 total pitches for the Paducah Chiefs. So a lot of 3-2 counts. That kind of speaks to that. A lot of walks. A lot more wear and tear on the arms of Paducah tonight, especially compared to the Duelers. The 1-1 is in there. Strike 2 called. 1-2, excuse me. So even though I can't find exactly the number of 3-2 counts, that statistic I just read for you there is very indicative of the point I'm trying to prove here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Rashad Robinson, who asked for time and is given time. Steps out of the box. Rashad from the University of Memphis plays a little bit of infield and outfield. Pinch hitting here for Musrock for his Memphis teammate, as a matter of fact. The 1-2, high, ball 2. Matt Jenkinson off of first base, 1 down. Duelers 6, Chiefs 1. I'll fix the Chiefs score. My apologies on that one. Could have easily been Chiefs 2, though, if not for the tremendous play to end last inning by Cape and Musrock. In there, strike 3 call. Austin Long gets a strikeout, and Rashad Robinson heads back to the bench. As Jared Grenz will pinch hit for the Duelers. He'll be pinch hitting for Slaughter. 2 down now with Jenkinson on first. Jared Grenz had a tremendous debut for the Duelers a couple nights ago. First pitch, high, ball 1. As Jared started in right field on Wednesday night, excuse me, and had an RBI single, a triple, and a walk for Jared, and had an absolute cannon of an arm on an outfield assist from right to second base to cut down a runner trying to stretch a single into a double as well. So that's a good welcoming for Jared as the pitch is fouled straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jared from Cody, Wyoming. That is the hometown of Duelers owner and general manager Phil Kundle. As in the postgame interview after Wednesday's game, Kyle Schexnayder did give a lot of credit to Phil, who recruited Jared by himself, essentially, being from Cody. Jared was tremendous in his debut. Next pitch is fouled back again, and it's 1-2. Jared attends Colorado Mesa University, the outfielder. I was talking to him last night as well, as a bunch of Duelers players attended the Hot Rods game, and Jared was saying, he plays he plays all 3 outfield positions, feels comfortable in all 3, but probably plays, at least at Colorado Mesa, plays a lot of center, but most likely here will play a lot of left and right, I would imagine, with the Duelers. 1-2, as a breaking ball bends in there. Man, that pitch from Austin Long has been very effective. It's not very fast, a very slow curveball, but that one found the zone to strike out pinch hitter Jared Grenz to end the 8th inning. Head to the 9th after this. The Duelers 3 outs away from another victory. Stay with us for the 9th after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in, top of the ninth, your score 6-1. Duelers in front of the Paducah Chiefs. A lot of defensive changes. And just to preface this, Jonathan Evans is back and right. I did not know if this rule existed, but Clayton Taylor filled me in up in the press box here. Each defensive player can re-enter the game once per game for each defensive player in a lineup. So that was Cape out there who had the outfield assist in right, but it's now Evans back there in right where he started the game. So it's Jonathan Evans in right, Jared Grenz in center, replacing Sam Slaughter. Rashad Robinson is in left. Matthew Jenkinson moves from second base to shortstop, and Quincy Smith moves from left field to second base for the Duelers. So around the infield, first to third, it's Castle, Smith, Jenkinson, Curtis, with Kirk behind the plate. Left to right in the outfield, Robinson, Grenz, and Evans now. Now that's 1 ball and 1 strike to the first hitter of this inning. And now a ball over to first, and that's an out. Short to first, a 6-3. And it's 1 down. Austin Kreider will now come up. First pitch from Lassier on the way. It's fouled off first base side, 0-1. On the day for Austin Kreider, the DH, 0 for 3. A pop out to short, a line out to left, and a strikeout. Facing Jacob Lassier in his second inning of work. The pitch. Misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Duelers' next game is on the road tomorrow in Huntingburg, Indiana at Du Bois County, 6:30 Eastern Time. As the pitch is lined to center, that will fall as the right fielder Evans will come over and grab that one, throw it in. Now that's 1-0 with 1 down, man on first after the single by Kreider. Garrett Smith in the box. The pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1, 1-1. Like I was saying, the Duelers, a 6:30 start time will be on the air. The next pitch is in there for strike 2. We have found a hot spot as well for these broadcasts, everybody. So special thanks to Phil's girlfriend Chris for hooking us up with that. Much thanks to her, as we should be good for 39 of the 40 games total, although we did miss one at full count earlier. And I'll be out of town for 1 road game at Paducah. But also playoff games, we should be good to go. Fingers crossed. The 2-2 swung on and missed by Lassier. On the strikeout for Jacob. And Smith goes down swinging. Tucker Love, the third baseman, is the last hope for the Paducah Chiefs. 6-1 Paducah, trailing the Franklin Duelers. A chance with 1 more out for the Duelers to have a 7-1 homestand. First pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. Duelers 2 strikes away now. Lassier gets the sign from his catcher Kirk. The pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. 1 pitch away is Lassier and the Duelers from going to 9-3 on the season. What a start for the Duelers. What a job by this coaching staff. All 33 of these guys on this team. The pitch, low and away, off the glove, and apparently Quincy Smith was sure the runner would take off from first. As that did not happen. Kreider just stayed where he was at, and the ball was thrown down there. Quincy caught it, but nobody was coming. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another 1-2. The pitch. Low and in the dirt, blocked nicely by Kirk, and it's 2-2. In the box, Tucker Love 0 for 3. A strikeout, a fly out to right, and a line out to second today. The Chiefs with the loss will go to 3-10, excuse me. 2-2 from Jacob Lassier to Tucker Love. Man on first, 2 down. Timeout called and granted as Love will step out. On the road tomorrow at Du Bois County, 6:30 Eastern Time. Don't forget the Eastern Time there. And then back home, 6 o'clock Central against Hoptown Sunday. The 2-2. Did he go? Appeal to first. No swing, says Wayne Seeley. And the count is full, 3-2. Man, oh man. All right, full count, 3-2 from Jacob Lassier to the third baseman for the Chiefs, Tucker Love. 1 strike away from a Duelers victory. The full count pitch. Strike 3 called, and there it is. Man, oh man. Strike 3 called. Jacob Lassier nails. And the Duelers with another win. They will go to 9-3 on the season. Thank you to Jacob Hernandez for his help up here as he heads down to celebrate. The Duelers 9-3 on the season in second place, just behind the Full Count Rhythm in the OVL Southern Division. What a start. What a homestand. A 7-1 homestand for your Duelers here this last week plus. That couldn't have gone any better if you're wearing the blue and red. Wow, man. Tremendous performance. Winning pitcher here tonight. Final score of 6-1. The win goes to Joel Martinez, who was absolute nails tonight. 5 innings of work, 1 hit. No runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Daniel Courtney was really, really good. Jacob Lassat was really, really good in his 2 innings of work as well. The losing pitcher for the Paducah Chiefs is their starter Colin Murphy. The Chiefs go to 3-10 on the season. The Duelers 9-3 as they head on the road tomorrow to Huntingburg to face Du Bois County in what should be a tremendous battle with one of the perennial heavyweights in the OVL. That'll do it tonight. My name is Sam Reeves. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I'll talk to you tomorrow from Indiana with the Du Bois County Bombers taking on your Franklin Duelers. Be sure to tune in. It should be a fantastic game from a very nice historic ballpark. And man, every night the Duelers seem to do something exciting and something very impressive on the field. Tonight, one play that stuck out to me was the relay to get the out at the plate from Cape to Musrock over to Kirk in the 8th. But man, the Duelers are firing on all cylinders, all facets of the game. This team is fun to watch, and I'm honored to be a part of it. So tune in tomorrow, folks, if you have the chance. 6:30 Eastern Time from Huntingburg for the Bombers and the Duelers. Final score tonight, Duelers 6, Chiefs 1. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you again for watching and listening to Duelers Baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network.